Hello there, everybody. Welcome to session 21 of Welcome to the Academy. I am, of course, your DM of Doom, Oops All Brands, or World Tree Quests here on Twitch and YouTube. And with me today, we've got my amazing cast. We have got Charlie 182.0, we've got Gina Donahue, we've got Changeling Rogue, and we've got just Dan. Lovely to see you guys. Lovely to see all of you back from our little break that we had while everybody was at cons and running around and celebrating and going on honeymoons and stuff like that. It's just nice to be back. It's lovely to see you all. Do I have any housekeeping? No, not really. Just the usual message that's going around at this moment in time. It doesn't cost anything to be a nice person. Be good to people, don't be a dick, and if you can't handle the fact that we're an entirely inclusive channel, well then I hope the door hits you on the way out. Bye. Other than that, we got nothing. Other than that, I got nothing to say. So we're just going to get right into it. Actually, wait, no, we're not going to get right into it. As you can see here, the images to the left, to my right hand side here, have changed slightly, and that's because today our players will not be playing as their characters. Our players are going to be playing as their familiars. It's a familiar face-off today, folks. So today we are going to be starting like we did in session 1. We're going to have an intro, as you've only seen me play these wonderful critters. So now you get to see the party embody their own familiars. And I can tell the question that's come into your mind. Bran, have you made them do this simply because you've forgotten all the accents that you've been using for these familiars? And yes, honestly, that's one of the benefits, not one of the reasons, but it is one of the benefits. But yeah, you will get to see these lovely performers take on their own familiars rather than just relying on their fairly bog average DM to run their familiars. But we cannot start until we've had our recap, and so I ask the favourite question of this entire channel. Guys, what the fuck happened last session?
Now there is an order of events here. There is.
You know it's bad when the sentence starts with no. It's like when a Scottish person starts a sentence with right. The thing is,
well, actually,
it's like whenever you whenever you hear Grant O'Brien go, the thing about, you just know, oh. But yeah. There is a series of events here. Would you be willing to tell us this series of events?
I could tell you the more tame parts of the episode that were at the beginning. So we start off with Rista and Malekith having an extremely tense conversation about their families. Rista getting very defensive about her family, and that's just touching on the surface of what's wrong with her. And then Aurora invited Constantine to go break some school rules with her, but not before asking him if he knows what the Blood and Bone Society is. Spoiler, he does, and he kind of told her before erasing her mind.
Okay, that sounds a lot more predatory. Actually, I just changed the timeline to where I never said that.
That's better.
Just want to clarify.
Do you feel better now?
I do, actually, because it feels less like gaslighting. It's way more
You
like
literally
gaslighting.
change reality just so that you
Listen,
can make
I didn't erase
yeah.
your mind. I just changed reality. It's better somehow.
So this
I
is
didn't
psychological.
lie
He's
to
like
you.
changed everyone's minds, not just you. But in any case,
No,
he's
you
randomly-
couldn't stand lying, so you tried to make a no-consequence way to lie. That's crazy.
I didn't lie,
Sorry.
I just changed the timeline.
Isn't it just in the flavor of wizards that because they don't have any social skills, they just manipulate reality to pretend that they do?
Is it really gaslighting if I make it so it never happened?
No, I get
If
it.
anything, that's
I
peak
get it.
gaslighting. That is gaslighting to the umph degree.
That is
that's what
that is
wizards
the
and sorcerers
ultimate
do.
gaslight gatekeep girl boss. Like,
I mean, okay, I'm
Reality
changing the spell
is
name
sort
from
of an
Blip to
opinion.
Gaslight Gatekeep Girl Boss.
Yeah. I disagree
Anyway.
with your opinion. This is reality.
Anyway, Achillea and Randuin. Achillea is still freaking out about Desamina, the woman who said very ominous things to her, like she'd be important and come find me later. Not fun things to hear from a stranger. And Randuin suggests that they go follow Desamina, and also to find Constantine or where Constantine and Aurora are going, because they're just kind of fucking off to somewhere. And then Eldwin and Kaladin, my favorite part of the episode, and starts off pretty sad. Eldwin kind of confessing to some pretty dark things, but not before kissing Kaladin. Extremely in character for him.
Remember, kids, nothing gets a possible suitor in the mood more than saying that you've killed a child.
It's true.
And that's not from me, that's from Charlie. I'm just phrasing it.
Nothing gets bitches like that, apparently.
I would like to say Eldwin kisses Kaladin is in all caps in my notes, because it was amazing. And then Eldwin very sweetly asks Rista for a dance. They have a conversation about a lot of things, actually. They cover basically the entirety of their relationship. Rista kind of made Eldwin admit that they're friends. It was really sweet. And then basically threatened him, don't tell anyone about what you saw earlier. And then we cut to Aurora, Constantine, Randuin, and Achillea. They all come across in the hallway. Oh, I skipped over something. Achillea is kind of into fascism. Or pseudo-fascism.
Fascism with a hat on at best. And
Yes,
it's not even like a
vampire
hat,
Aurora.
it's like a beat.
Did
Yeah,
you
fire
mean
fashion.
Aurora?
I think you mean
Achillea.
Aurora and not
Is it
Achillea.
I promise Achillea's pretty anti-fascist, as a rule.
Kind of anti-government.
And
That's
she's
also
very
true.
anarchist, yeah. Like, just let nature take it back, yeah.
Yeah.
Aurora is,
Yeah, I meant Aurora, the daughter of Strahd, much more.
A
character.
vampire eugenicist fascist.
Who's also Rista's best friend.
Rista needs to re-examine her friendships.
I think she does. But anyway, they all come across, quickly pivoting to something completely different. They all find Professor Headmaster Fairwing's staff in the middle of the hallway. Randuin immediately assumes murder myth. Actually right, even though everyone tells him that he's wrong. No. Their names. Eldwin, Rista, and Malekith all go off to find them, leaving Kaladin in the dust.
Paladin went off
And
somewhere
they-
before that too, though.
Calden
Yeah,
did
and
say
they
he
all-
had to go handle something.
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 Didn't clarify.
Yeah.
That's not
Right
gonna
before
come up
all
later.
of this happened.
And they're all investigating. They figure out that Professor Fairwing, his magical tracks, physical tracks, all ended in that hallway. So we either teleported or something else mysterious. And then, forget who it was, but someone found, or was it just
It was
open? There was a door
Constantine.
in the wall.
Yeah. Oh,
However we came across that. What am I
Yeah,
missing?
I
at the
found
same
that.
time, Constantine found traces of void magic
Yes.
in the area that the
As the murder.
happened. Right, yeah.
Murder.
Can we try to, like, can you try to finish this, like,
What
an old
murder?
40s detective show kind of style? I don't know.
No.
Okay.
Now, our clues. We have a left staff of the mysterious professor that everyone seems to know nothing about. We found void magic, traces of it, and where he was supposedly murdered, and then we found a door in the wall of the hallway, which all 7 of our students immediately decided that's somewhere we want to go.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And
This is not beyond.
Smelled
our
like rotting corpses, like ancient rotting corpses.
yeah, fun. So we all sent our familiars off to go gather various professors, which are... I don't think I wrote it down. No, I did write it down. Professor Campbell, Professor Androps, and Professor Arias. I think that's the only professors we went to get.
Aurora's
And then
went to go find
Her
Lucian.
brother. And Malek is sent off to someone that we don't know about.
Yes. Now,
Yes,
And-
and
Fang
Fang and
and
Blub are guarding the door. That's now just a wall.
a cat and a fish. Appropriate guards.
Technically, an amphibian.
Technically, a Draxolotl.
A Draxolot. Sometimes these amazing mythical creatures have fantastic and wonderful names, and sometimes we just take the beginning and the end of the things that they're made up of and smush them together. Do you know, right, before
We
Isn't that
leave our
life?
characters. We leave our cast in this, going down the staircase, find themselves in a dark, dark room. The lights turn on, and suddenly it's Desamina, saying something ominous, before the door slams behind them, and the familiars are left to their own devices. What will they do
It's
now?
important to mention.
How will
There
they
was
save the
hearts
day?
to heart. We were having a heart-to-heart before the attack. Like, we were down there having a heart-to-heart. We were talking about how comfortable we are all with this and, you know, protect your friends in battle and all that. It was
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
That was sweet. Yeah.
Working as a team? I didn't know that.
But then we totally just walked into a tunnel and got told we're ritual sacrifices. And
Yeah.
I
then
lo-
started rising in force.
I honestly love the duality of the fact that in the current group of NPCs you've got carting around with you, you have, count it, the 4 arguably smartest students in the whole school. You've got quite potentially the most dangerous, but like sneakily dangerous student in your year at this current point, and then you've got somebody who's not really dangerous on their own, but should not be left. Sorry, they're not dangerous as long as they're supervised, but you should never leave them alone with sharp objects or explosive devices. You have all of them, and you sat and did the whole, you know what, yeah, we should really think about, you know, if everybody's comfortable going in here. Everybody's good? Okay, cool. And then you walked boldly in. just
Oh, no.
onwards.
We had already walked halfway in before having this conversation. We got
Yeah,
to the bottom
no.
of the staircase and we're all like, okay, how's everybody feeling? Anyone need water, snacks?
This is your
and
last chance to
Destina's
turn
just sitting there
around.
like, they should be here by now. I'm sure they should be here by now.
She did not
Oh,
think
well.
it was going to be us, though. She thought it would be, like, professors. Like, arguably,
But she
if
was
everything
waiting for
goes to
you.
Shit. Not here.
I think she's hella suspicious of you.
But with
I don't know, man.
with that point being made, I do have to quickly bring us over to the fact that the wall is now shut behind, or
Yeah.
the perspective we shift to, the wall is closed in front. The familiars immediately feel their connections to their bonded masters not sever, but become blocked. From this point on, you guys are considered active. Okay?
Yep.
To give an explanation of what I mean by this, we are using a fantastic little supplement that I found a fair wee while back. Something called the Advanced Arcane Familiar. A supplement by a fantastic homebrew creator by the name of DM Clockwork Dragon. I stumbled across this stuff on Pinterest. Absolutely fantastic. If you can go and grab this supplement, I think you can get it for free on like Drive-Thru Arcade GM binder, that kind of thing. You should definitely go and find it. I think it's also listed under how to train your familiar. Either way, fantastic supplement and a great way to support somebody in the industry who's doing their own creation. So definitely go and give it a look into, guys. What this does is it gives the familiars a little bit of a beef up, gives them a bit of creativity, and it also gives them a bunch of extra stuff that they can do, one being things that exist in a passive and active state. Now that our familiars here are in their active state, not only can they attack and fight and do all those wonderful things, they can now be targeted. And that's what we are going to be operating with going forward. So, the stone wall has slid, faded away, and the door has faded away, so then it's become a solid stone wall. Blub is going to kind of like across the floor drag himself and then extend his little kind of almost a plesiosaur style neck up and kind of paw at the door, and then with that failing, turn and face you, Fang, who is here with him. Just be like, okay, I don't think we should panic. We definitely shouldn't panic. While he's doing that, the little frills that axolotls have on the side of his head are rapidly flapping. Very evidently, he is panicking.
Oh, just take a breath. Just take a breath.
He just...
You existed before them, you exist after them. Take a breath.
Slides back over the floor, crawls into the
Existed
little
before and
floating
existed
orb
after.
of
What are you-
water. He crawls into the little floating orb of water because he forgot that he can't really breathe very well outside of that. So he goes back into that and is like... Sorry, Abandon, you said something?
No, you're good. I'm so. Did you say existed before and existed after? Are you saying that they're dead? Because I can't sense him, and that's definitely problematic. I mean, don't get me wrong. There have been many cases when I've been like, God, can I please be done with this nerd? But honestly, now I'm a little worried. Like, we should probably go find those professors they told us to find, yeah?
Oh, absolutely. I'm just saying, we'll be okay. We'll sort things out. We know how to do what we need to do.
Shit. That's always been the answer.
Pokes his head
Anytime I've had a problem in my life, I pull out a shiv, suddenly I have a different problem. But the
Pokes his-
original one is now gone.
pokes his head out the little bubble of water. It's like, to be perfectly fair with you, lots of times when Randarin has been in issues, usually it has been solved with a lot of excess stabbing.
Thank you.
Slides back into the little
Save
orb of
them.
water.
I think it might be easier to just let this one go and get it. No, is that not?
Oh, Renard, this is a new level of detached, even for you.
Detached, anything odd, and I must say, confirms that.
Oh, I know, it looks good every day, but that isn't the problem here. The problem is that my girl is gone. And I have every vested interest to get her back.
Now that we've heard them speak, and now that we've had a bit of interaction with them, I want to start, honestly, after hearing it, we have to start with it. Dan, could you please introduce the audience members to Abandon?
Yes, of course. Well, we have Abandon. We have a very lovely hero forge that's rotating around. Whatever it is, just imagine him slightly more unhinged and probably holding a shiv. Really, the origins of Abandon are unknown. Many have speculated that he is an apparition, some sort of fiend, Perhaps just a beast who accidentally got put in the room with all the other familiars and knocked out an owl that was supposed to go to Constantine and jump through the portal and then became sentient. No one really knows. But now we have an incredibly chaotic raccoon who is usually defaulting to stabbing or stealing, and has the intelligence of an unawoken raccoon.
There you have it. That is the wonderful Abandon. Moving along, Ren, could you introduce the lovely Fang to us?
Yeah, so Fang is a sand cat that's from the Feywild. She just kind of wandered in when Kilia first was finding a familiar and has stuck around ever since. She's no nonsense, but also very, very grounding. Like she's very grounding to Achillea's aloofness and really balances her out in that way. And if you're familiar at all with the Warrior Cats books, look at Yellow Fang a little bit. Fang's got a bit of a temper.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for the introduction. Moving on to our rather foxy duo. I'm going to go with, can we introduce Renard first?
So, at surface level, Renard appears to be an Arctic fox, which under scrutiny, he's a little more than that because he's got two tails. Both of these tails seem to kind of taper out into this wispy smoke that's faint blue and gray in its hues. He is cunning, witty, coy. He's a bit of a trickster, a celestial kitsune earning his tails. One of the ways to do so is to guide the lost, which includes Eldwin. He is a babysitter for all intents and purposes. He's quick-witted and quick-footed, and while he likes to joke, is fiercely loyal. I think that's him in a nutshell. Oh, and absolutely crushing on Poppy, like for sure.
For sure.
Yeah. It's intense.
Since she's been mentioned, and since she is most certainly the last, but most definitely not the least, Gina, would you like to introduce Poppy to us?
I would love to. Poppy is Arista's familiar. Poppy is an air elemental spirit that takes the shape of a silver fox. And while I say silver fox, the name is a little deceiving. She's in fact a black fox that has a white tipped tail, and she has silver kind of accented on her, around her face and all over her body. She's beautiful all the time. And in the way that Renard is a babysitter to Eldwin, I'd say that Poppy is kind of a advisor in a way, but also kind of like an older sister type figure to Rista, kind of is looking out for her, takes care of her, kind of gives her perspective on things, very, very protective of Rista, and she's very concerned about where her girl just went.
And
doing.
I'm taking
like
pictures.
mugging us over here. My God.
I'm just what can I say? I'm just just making sure everybody can see the lovely faces that we have. Wonderful indeed. Anyway, thank you for introducing us to all these wonderful familiars. Alongside them, because you will hear them being performed, there are 3 other familiars. You've heard Blub, the little aquatic dragon / working name Draxolotl.
No, that is the name.
That is the name. Draconic familiar to Randuin. We've also got a undead spirit in the form of a pseudo-dragon, but skeletal and spirit-like, by the name of Mortis, who is Malekith's familiar. And then we have an albino bat by the name of Ludmilla, who is Aurora's familiar. And we're probably going to meet some more familiars in this, so be prepared for it, folks, because they're going to come fast and furious. But as we stand under the realization that we are, for the first time in maybe quite a while for some of us, on our own, what's everybody's first steps that they want to undertake?
I say
Well-
they gave us ours. They told us what to do. Us being blocked doesn't mean that those orders don't still stand. For my part, I would be going to find them. That's okay. Bucky, could I escort you to the other professor along the way?
Of course, I always walk with an escort. And Poppy just starts walking, expecting you to follow her.
always should.
Wow.
Yep.
Those two are almost as insufferable as their masters.
Hey,
Oh, I just.
Don't listen to the ugly beaver. You're fine.
Oh no,
Beaver!
I just don't want to be
Beaver,
in the
how
room with the two of
Dare
you.
you? You're talking mad shit for someone in shivin distance. My
Like
arms
you
are
could
longer
keep
than you
up.
think.
No shivving each other until we're done.
oh Bandit, I dare you to try to shoot me. See what happens.
Oh god.
You
You
can't
don't-
shiv
you guys are
anybody.
playing
Look
with the
at how
dangerous
fat he
fire.
is. He can't even run.
What? Are you making fun of my weight? I have you know. We're working out lately. It's not very nice.
As you all devolve into these little snips here and there, just this very, very slight, almost dainty. Do you know what it's like? It's very slight, very dainty, almost like Professor Umbridge, right? Just the clearing of a throat, just as Ludmilla is just kind of like has like landed on the ground, and there are some bats that can do this, right? And it's really creepy seeing them do it because you only really expect them to be in this kind of position upside down. But she's standing with her wings around her, just looking at you all.
Do you have something to say?
Do you intend to argue like children for the rest of the while that are, well, our wards are in need of aid, or are we actually going to be doing something substantial in the near future? Just so I know if I have time to preen the membrane first.
You know what I think would be a lovely idea? You go and do the job you were told to do. And
Listen,
we will go start to do ours.
I don't know if it's a good idea for all of us to split up. As much as I hate looking at every single one of you. Well, some of you more than others.
Can we remember the jobs that we were told to go and do?
Yes. So, Eldman told Renard to go find Professor Campbell. Poppy was told to go find Professor Andres, and then Abandon was sent to go find Professor Rias, who oversees the library. In addition, Ludmilla was sent for Lucian.
Fang was gonna guard the
Fang
door
was
that's
gonna
no
guard the
longer there.
door With,
And Malekith was, and Mortis was sent to someone that
no one knows
we
who
didn't
Mortis
hear.
was sent to because it was an infernal and none of us speak it. And then I'm so sorry, what is Randuin's
Blub.
familiar name? Blub.
Blub.
Blub was also guarding the door with Fang. So at this point, well, there's no point guarding a wall. Fang, Glub, would one of you like to accompany others on their missions? Looks pointedly at abandon.
I mean, I don't mind going along and helping someone if they need help. I just have to bring my... He points to the bubble of water that he has nearby for him. I just have to bring that with me, otherwise I can't breathe. It's like he's like the asthmatic kid. That's his inhaler.
I feel both seen and called out.
I'm also the asthmatic kid, so it's cool. It's good.
Okay, there we go.
What an unfortunate limitation. Well, you do that. I believe me and Polly will be friends to go. Unless Fang, I expect you to keep up.
Oh, I can keep up. I don't think you need to worry about me keeping up.
As long as I don't have to be next to those two foxes, I don't care who I go with.
Can you stay on task?
Agreed.
Stay on of course I can stay on task. I'm gonna go find the guy. Got the thing. I don't remember. I'll figure it out on the way.
Mortis's head is just going to come out the ground and just be like, what do I do?
What did Malekith tell you to do?
Well, he told me to go and find someone, but that I see, I'm very nervous about going around by myself because I accidentally passed through people, and the last time I accidentally passed through someone, I gave them an aneurysm.
That sounds just dangerous enough to be in my crew. Get behind me, and if we have any problems, I'm just gonna have you run right through the crowd, clear away, aneurysm by aneurysm.
Oh, but I really don't want to do that because that can
We'll
hurt
keep it as a
people.
last resort.
Okay, let's trade more.
Oh, I can go with you. I can go with you.
Okay.
Yes,
So
Fang will take care of you.
okay. Okay, that sounds fine. That sounds fine.
Fang, love and adventure. Luke Miller, I would appreciate it if he was more competent than some. Would find Abandon's crew to make sure that all is well will be done, and Poppy and I shall review when.
So I got the bat and the bubble, yeah?
Yep.
Make sure not to lose them, darling.
I'm not a bubble. I'm a
It's a
terror.
Traxolotl.
I'm actually a sea dragon, or to be more specific, I'm a deep dragon. But you know, Draxolotl is it's a colloquialism.
Will you smile for me really quick? I'm just trying to say this.
I love of all the things that we've narrowed down about these other three familiars that you have, that you've accidentally stumbled your way into finding the three most socially stunted familiars. Because
yes.
Blub has identity issues because he's trying to convince everybody he's actually meant to be a deep dragon, but because he's a familiar, he will never get bigger than this.
Oh, I was imagining him this.
No, he's
I was imagining him teeny tiny.
So if you imagine like the body of an axolotl, right? And then you just stretch the neck slightly.
Oh.
Like a
Right?
dragon.
Yeah, like a dragon. Make it like picture it like proportionately. So it's not like stupidly long, but like if you're, it's like proportionally long, like you know, the European dragons. But he doesn't have wings. Instead, he has, well, an axolotl body with a much, like, you know, broader and thicker built tail. But he is technically, he has the physical form of a cousin of the draconic line. And while Draxolotl is the colloquial term, the technical term is actually a deep dragon. But he's, of course, not one, because he's a familiar, so he'll never get bigger than what he is. And he's got short man syndrome. That's what he's got.
those are identity issues.
Yeah. And then you've got Mortis, who's just like, oh, I'm dead, and if I touch people, sometimes they die. And then you've got, just
Just a
Ludmilla,
smaller
who
Aurora.
is just a dick.
Yeah, but Poppy's definitely spent a lot of time around Ludmilla, and she just hates her guts.
I love that. The two students, familiars, best friends. The students hate each other. Students, best friends. Familiars hate each other. Despise
This is so
them.
good of life. Poppy's going to whip her tail around and cast the gust cantrip and just shoot a gust of wind at Abandon. And she's gonna say, "Go do your job."
I'm gonna give you it that one time, but I want you to know that if my wood was not in trouble, we'd be fighting. Okay, Bubble, Bat, let's go. Don't look back.
Oh,
They're not one of us anymore.
So like, Blubkin looks around like, am I the bubble? Is that what he means when he says bubble?
Yes,
Oh,
indeed.
Abandon
Have a lovely
is-
time.
Abandon's not known for being the most correct.
Weren't we just saying yesterday that Abandon was offensive?
Yeah.
Ludmilla and Blub
Offensively offensive.
follow Abandon off.
Oh my god, Ludmilla is going with Abandon.
Yeah.
So if I'm
Fantastic.
correct in
We
how
don't commit multiple war crimes in the next 2 hours, I'm gonna be shocked.
if I'm correct in the hearing of the groups, we have Fang and Mortis who are going to find
This
they're
mystery
They're
person.
going to
No.
find the person that Malekith has reached out to. Then we have Ludmilla, Blub, and Abandon who are going to find whoever Abandon's been sent after, as well as going to find Lucian. And then we have Renard going to find Professor Campbell, and Poppy going to find Professor Andrus, or have Renard and Poppy teamed up?
Renard and Poppy have teamed up. They're going to
They're
find
going to find
Andrews and
both
Campbell.
Andrus and Campbell. Cool. Awesome. So where do I want to go first? Who do I want to wander into the darkness with first? You know what? Just because I think it's going to be so funny to see what essentially equates to a Canadian dealing with somebody who has major identity issues. Not identity issues, social space issues. I want to start with Fang and Mortis. So you guys take off in all your different directions that you head off in. Fang, Mortis is going to gesture deeper into the castle, and say, you're not scared of the dark or anything, are you? Because where we're going is a little bit dark.
Oh no, I'm just nocturnal.
Oh, sorry. I tend to forget that, you know, people that aren't undead sleep.
Oh, you're fine. We're gonna go find this person. Who are we looking for?
He's going to kind of look around. So, Malekith's older brother is in the castle. Not like biological brother, like brother in terms of, oh, you're a really close friend, and Malekith looks at him like a brother, and he's in the castle, in a kind of permanently in the castle kind of way. as in he's buried here. So we need to go and speak to him and ask permission for something. I think that's all I can tell you right now. But it does involve us going underground, and there's no lights there. Mostly because when we go there, Malekith would light the torches, and well, and he flaps his little ghosty pseudo-skeletal hands in front of him and is like, I can't really touch things.
Oh, well, don't you know, we'll just get it all settled. Now you lead the way, because I have no idea where we're going.
Okay, follow me, and he just goes right through the floor.
Well, this is a figment. I'm just gonna pause at the floor.
There's a solid 10 seconds before he very sheepishly floats up through the floor again. It's like, I also sometimes forget that people that aren't undead can't just go through walls and floors.
Oh, that's okay. I can light torches though if we do need lights.
His face lights up as much as a little skeletal head inside a floating flux of necrotic energy can light up. But he's like, I know where the stairs are. I know. I'll take this. They're this way, and it fires off. Technically, he's not flying, but aesthetically, he doesn't have hind legs, so he just kind of like skims across the ground with his little wings flapping. But he starts moving off towards these stairs, and these stairs lead you down into something that every castle has, whether that castle is a fort, whether it's an accommodation, or whether it's a school. They've all got dungeons for some weird reason. Right? Really weird for a school to have dungeons. It would also be really weird if you made children sleep in them.
Yeah.
Only
pretty
some
weird.
children.
See, this school,
I mean-
they do have dungeons, but they don't put dormitories or anything down here. Especially not ones that have also open out into a giant fucking lake.
That's
But
just a safety hazard.
Can you imagine can you imagine the contract issues that would have to go up on that? You just have well, I just gotta tell you, the glass is gonna have to be triple tempered, to maintain the pressure. And also, if you got yourself a giant squid floating about in there, well, that's just gonna cause all kinds of fucking mess.
I did not know Abandon was a contractor.
But why is it whenever we think of manual
That was
labor
Abandon's
folk
grandpa.
from America, they're always like, it's what is it Brennan Lee Mulligan calls him whenever he does that voice? Fredo! He calls him Fredo. It's like, who do you think's the one laying down the pipes in the peanut butter swamp? It's Fredo, baby! I don't know why they're always that voice, but they are.
A man can only have so many voices.
So true.
You can only have so many. But Fang, you and Mortis are going to head down these stairs, and as you get down these stairs, it does get to a point where you're in dim light for a little part, and then just a point where there is no light. Does your sand cat have dark vision? I do believe that the cat stat block does have dark vision.
Yeah, I have dark vision.
Fantastic. So you do have dark vision, fantastic. So you can see. Mortis leads you towards the back of one of these corridors where there's a brick wall. And he will he starts to count the bricks. And then he goes, okay, I've got it. And he goes to pat the brick, and his hand passes right through it. And he's like, could you help me, please? And then he goes, oh, now you need to take that one. And then that one. And he starts realising this is going to be a lot easier if he just kind of like, you know, shines a little light and he just starts laser pointing. No, I'm totally kidding. He just points to them all and he's, you know...
How did Malekith anticipate him being able to do this on his own?
I don't think he did.
That's kind of mean of Malekith.
I mean, he could do it.
Four smartest students in this year.
He could do it on his own if it was just him, because he would just pass through the walls and shit like that. But because he's got to bring violence, he's like, oh shit, how do I do these things? After you press the 6th one, the bricks all start to slide and slot into places until they form a doorway into just darkness. And then Mortis will turn to you, Fang, and he'll say, okay, now we have to go down here. For me, Malekith walks quite slow. He's not quite as fast as I am. And usually it takes us about, 5 minutes of walking. So we're going to have to, it's quite a bit of distance.
Oh, well, that's no problem. We just get there when we get there.
Okay. And he just right down this tunnel.
And Fang will break out and sprint after.
I'm going to leave these there for now. And I'm going to go to Poppy and Renard. Poppy and Renard. You get 2 choices. Professor Campbell, Professor Andrus. Which one would you like to go after first?
Poppy's going to Professor Andrus.
Renard's
Renard can follow her.
Poppy.
Because she knows that Renard's gonna follow her.
Renard's just along for the ride. He's like, listen, I'm happy to follow. It's quite a view. It's like, we have to do this. We have to do this to save Constantine, to save Eldwin, to save Achillea, and to save Rista. And Renard's just like, who?
I'm sorry, I got
Sorry,
distracted.
I'm distracted.
He forgets his ward's name.
He's just like, yeah, that Ed guy.
That Ed guy.
Jeez. Anyway. Yeah, Edward, right?
Fucking, is it not Edmund? Isn't he one of the kings of Narnia?
Nah, it's Edmund.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
so
so good.
going towards Professor Andrus, very easy to find him, the choir room.
Okay.
Making your way towards this choir room, there's obviously very little people in the halls. Most of what you see in the halls are the people who work here in the castle. They pay no attention to familiars walking around. Familiars walk around here all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying it's a familiar sight?
Yeah, it's pretty familiar friendly. You eventually get to the doors of the choir room. Inside, you can hear music. Like, if I was to compare this to a modern day type of music, it's like old school swing music. Like, how would it look? Like Rat Pack style.
Big band.
Yeah, very. You ever seen Meet the Robinsons?
Mm-hmm.
You know the frog band?
Ah,
That kind of
that's
thing.
my reference for swing music.
Well, my original
Amazing.
reference for swing music is the Rat Pack because, Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., all that kind of thing. But modern day swing music is now very weird. Like, the closest to old school swing music you get modern day is Michael Bublé. That's about the closest you'll get to. Hey, don't you dare turn that face up. Michael Bublé is a legend. I know that he only crawls out of his cave once a year at Christmas, but still. Okay, Mariah Carey does it, and she only does the one fucking song. At least Michael Bublé switches up the album every now and again.
And Mariah Carey, she doesn't crawl in any cave, she just defrosts.
Yeah. And then
Okay, I think we're going on a Michael
this is the
Bublé
floor.
tangent.
So Michael
This is
Bublé's
not
in the
time,
choir
I assure
room.
you.
The Michael Bublé.
The Michael Bublé. Not like a character based on Michael Bublé. Just
No,
Michael
he is
Bublé.
Exactly.
Well, the door is closed, right?
The door is closed. Yes.
Okay.
Your first hurdle. Do you have opposable
Okay.
thumbs?
So
You wish
yes.
you got this guy.
No, I do have opposable thumbs. I'll cast Mage Hand.
Oh shit! Right.
Ah, so we have.
We have
what they do.
magic.
First.
Look what they have to do to imitate a fraction of my power.
Except Eldwin has telekinesis, so does that translate to Renard? Does Renard have
Oh,
to
that's a
actually
good
summon the
question.
hand, or can he just?
No, you have access.
Okay.
You have access to your. I don't like using the word master, so I'm just going to use the word
Ward.
ward.
Yeah,
you
ward
have
is good.
access to your ward's spells, but not
Okay.
their class or racial capabilities.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
that's fine.
Ah, shit.
that would be really damn terrifying.
A telekinetic fox.
I am Mortis, Lord of the Dead. Wah!
Oh, you know, I'm just bored, so I'm gonna go wild shape into Achillea.
Oh my god, you're familiar can wild shape, but it can only wild shape into
Into
the
you.
playable races of D&D.
That's
Oh
so
my God,
funny.
that's so funny. Okay, well, yeah.
Like, Fang, can you
just
go
a-
impersonate someone for me?
Just a casting of Mage Hand, and he will.
Okay. So you cast Mage Hand, you open the choir door, and inside, the place is alive, jumping, heaving, filled with these little shadowy creatures. They are they are smaller
What?
than any of the familiars you have seen so far. Okay?
Even smaller than Fang?
Even smaller than Fang.
It's so unsettling.
To be very specific on how small these are, do I have something I can use as a size reference?
I'm imagining like Polly Pockets.
No, not quite that small. Not quite that small.
Oh, I went too small.
Yeah, you went too small. Do I have anything that is a decent height size show? No, the can is still too. Oh, I do. But the size of this bottle.
That's still unsettling.
Okay. But this literally the
An
size
entire
of my,
room?
literally the size of my index finger. There's
An entire room filled.
dozens of them, and
I hate it.
all of these instruments that are in this room. There is, magical instruments do exist, but so do the standard instruments. So you have like a piano, and you have like 7 of them jumping up and down on keys in the piano, playing it masterfully, by the way, like in perfect synchronization. So they're playing chords and shit. There's a group of like 4 of them on a long set of timpani drums, just jumping at like synchronized tempos and stuff. There's one who just keeps running headlong into a gong and like smashing into it and stuff. They're bouncing all over this room. They are the size I told you. They look slightly feline in their kind of like body shape, very cat-like paws and hind legs. Their heads, while being round, don't have any kind of features except yellow eyes, like bright yellow. And they have pointed ears which slope out like a fennec fox's. And their tails curl. They go out like a rat's tail, long and tapering, starting quite thick and muscular at the base, and then going kind of like slendering out, but much longer than a rat's tail, and they all end in the same stylistic curl. And that curl is a treble clef. And they are bouncing around, and one of them is standing on top of what can obviously be seen as Professor Andrus's desk with a small stick and literally guiding them through this performance. Renard, Poppy, what do you guys do?
Did we see Andrus?
Andrus is not here.
Then what are we doing here?
I know, right? Well, but hold on. Is Andrus not here? Or is Andrus everywhere? This is so stupid. Elvin will go, not Elvin, Renard is going to go over to the doctor
Okay.
on the desk.
As you approach the one that's conducting, there's one difference with this particular one, and that is that its eyes are not yellow. Its eyes are that teal, bluish green glow that is very familiar for necrotic magic.
Would you dare to interrupt this performance?
For you. The mage hand will wave in front of his face really quick.
Okay. The head snaps
Stop.
towards you. At the moment that his head snaps towards you, every one of them all looking towards you. And the music stops abruptly. Except for one that was already mid-charge, so it's like all the music stops and you just hear of crashing into the gong. But he crashes into the gong, hits it sideways, and he doesn't do the thing where he hits and bounces, he just hits and staring at you. And then
Good evening.
Good
Right.
evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. As they all speak in unison.
Every part of this is bad.
Do you know where Professor Andrus would be?
Of course I know where Andrus is. Why do you need him?
Matter
He's
of
a
importance.
professor, and a student needs his help.
A student's in danger.
I didn't say that. I said a student needed aid.
Particularly the students Rista, Achillea, and Constantine.
Fuck Eldwin, right?
That's not what I said.
Yeah, fuck Eldon, as well as Aurora, Randuin, and Malekith. Those guys don't
Oh
count
yeah,
either.
but fuck that.
They're
I
just
mean-
they're just NPCs. They're disposable, you know.
Yeah. No, I get it. She was calling out the order, please.
Thank you.
Well, I don't know that.
He's
But
gonna this little
Yeah, Renard
creature's-
can take as much offense as he wants.
this little creature's going to turn towards the orchestra, and then just speak the word diminuendo. And as he says that, they all start to turn into little ink splotches, and then all back into this one. But as they move, they take the shape of musical notes, like tablature, as they move towards, before they come back into him. And now when this one speaks, there's no echo as they all speak at the same time, but he does speak, and it's almost like a stage whisper. It's like, oh, well, that was bracing. You said that there are students who require aid. I can certainly find my partner for you if you wish.
Yes. Please.
And they just kind of do, like, all familiars are probably I was about to say all familiars are probably familiar with this. Hey, while in your wards it might be seen as disassociation, their gaze kind of goes blank, and you understand that to be they are sharing their senses with their bonded ward. And then they will speak again, but this time when they speak with Professor Andrus's voice as they go, is everything okay? Arya tells me that there is a student who requires aid.
Yes, quite a few are in danger right now, and must I say again, particularly Rista, Constantine, and Achillea, among others.
Right.
Elsewhere, I suppose
And there is some concern of what happened to the headmaster, because as far as our wards know, he is not here anymore.
his staff was found in the room and void magic detected.
Void magic?
Why, yes, void magic.
Where
Beyond my master use.
where were the students last seen?
In a
just the
hallway just
corridor,
outside of the ballroom.
Let's see, it was the corridor when you make 2 lefts and a right out of the ballroom. There's not usually a doorway there, it's usually a wall. The doorway appeared and disappeared. Our connection to them is now blocked. Not severed, but
Take Arya there. I will find you as soon as I have done what is necessary with the knowledge of a missing headmaster.
alas,
We've also been
I
in-
have my own mission. I have to find Professor Campbell, and I believe that is it.
You
Did
will
we-
be.
Were we gonna find Zestella or not? Did I fabricate that? We weren't looking for
I don't think we
Zestella.
mentioned her.
Okay.
You will be very hard pressed to find Professor Campbell. He despises these kind of events. He has taken off into the forest to, as he calls it, escape.
Yes,
it's
he's out there bearing all, I'm sure.
It's I don't think he is quite bearing all.
I'm just making a joke about bear.
Oh, that was intended to be a joke. Oh. Haha. Andrus is such
Oh,
a...
haha.
I didn't know Andrus was a cunt, but now I do. Yeah, you ever have those things that you don't plan for characters and then they come out and you're like, oh, well, I guess that's them now.
Well,
Andrus, comedy snob.
Comedy sniper.
Andrus, converser of the dead. Andrus, musician extraordinaire. Andrus, bit of a wank.
isn't it interesting that this year's best and brightest students happen to find their way down there? That's interesting.
At this point, the little familiar kind of shakes their head back into position and blinks and is like, you would be surprised how often the smartest ones are the ones who get into the most trouble.
Oh, don't I know it?
Forgive me, my name is Arya. I am Andrus's familiar.
Pleased to meet you. I am Poppy, familiar of Rista St. Cloud.
I would not. I am at L 11. L.
Good job.
I find it very distracting. It's not my purpose.
Your ward is gone.
Now, if you can lead me to where this door is located, we can continue with the next part of our journey.
Indeed, follow us.
And they follow along as you take them there. We know we're now going to. Yep.
Oh, the best part. The best.
I know.
group.
We're all just like waiting for this.
Saving the best for
I
last.
love how Brand just like,
No,
gotta
for
go to
real.
this guy.
The worst part is the worst part is
The
they're going to a library.
Yo.
three familiars that couldn't have less in common.
So Ludmilla, Blub, and Abandon make their way up towards the portal that will take them to the library. Now, Abandon. Oh, let me get this out here. Which of those lovely, lovely portals is the one that we're going to be speaking with today? Let me remind myself. I do believe
It's
that
Miss Moira.
it is Miss Moira, isn't it? Oh, lovely.
Oh, yeah.
I
She's
love
lovely.
Miss Moira.
Yeah, Miss Moira it is as well. Miss Moira, Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yes.
So as you approach, it's like, oh, well, isn't it lovely to see three little familiars wandering around? What can I do for you, dears?
Back to character.
No, get into it. Deep breath.
I don't want to insult this lady, but I'm in a bit of a rush, so I'm gonna let one of y'all take care of this, okay?
Yeah, that sounds grand. And Blood will float forward and open up his mouth before Ludmilla just goes, we're looking to access the library, please. As quickly as possible. We have places to be. And Miss Moira is going to, oh, well, there are nicer ways to ask, but I suppose that is indeed a fair request. Just know that you'll catch a lot more flies with honey than you will with vinegar, dear. And she opens up her mouth, and Ludmilla looks at it and is like, yes, but you would catch a lot more with shit. And then steps through into the library. Abandoned? Do you follow Ludmilla through?
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna step to. Hey, like the minute we're past the door. So Ludmilla, what's your deal?
What do you mean, what is my deal?
Well, it's just hard to get a read on you, you know? Like, kind of same thing with Aurora. Like, are you guys straight up evil? Just a little bit evil? Where in the spectrum are you? Somewhere in between, yeah?
Are you straight up moron or just a little bit moron? Like, and she does the exact same thing as you with her wings. Like, where in the spectrum are you?
I'll tell you. What was the question?
If it was possible for her to facepalm, she would. As you guys are having this conversation in the doorway of it, a looming shadow appears over you guys as the tall, dark cloaked figure of the Academy's librarian looks down on you. Why are there unaccompanied familiars walking around my library?
Well, let me tell you. Basically, all of our woods, just walking, having a grand old time. They come to a hallway, staff of the headmaster on the ground. They check their little Hootawada magic thing, and there's like void magic or some shit. Wall disappears, they go in, suddenly, boom, disconnection, can't remember a thing. So we're left like, what's going on? Okay, we just go do the last thing they said. I was told, find you. Constantine, bit of a nerd. Makes sense that he's your only friend. Hope you can help him because, I mean, I do hate him, but like, in a nice way. Like, I want to be able to like pick on him, and if he dies, I don't really know what happens to me, frankly. So hopefully you can do something. Sir?
As a familiar, were your ward to die, you would be broken down into your basic ephemera and passed on into the line for another person.
That sounds awful. I'd like to avoid that.
Unfortunately, I cannot leave the library. I am under strict orders to protect.
Okay, well, I think the whole idea was to, like, diversify who we contact, because clearly there's some shady stuff going on. Could be a professor involved, and Constantine seems to trust you, and we didn't want to put all of our eggs in one basket, which frankly is stupid. It's a good idea to put your eggs in one basket, and you can have your other hand free to shiv somebody, but that's beside the point. Is there someone you trust that we can get on this? Because again, bunch of first years in a crappy basement, disconnected from their familiars. It doesn't look good. And listen, if I know one thing, it's that nothing ruins a party more than a bunch of dead kids.
I mean, accurate, but fuck me, man. Arias stands, stares off in the distance, and says, "Your mindless prattle, while lacking any form of intellectual basis whatsoever, does have a slight amount of sense to it."
Thank you.
And Blob from the background, really? You think that's a he thinks that's a... I'm going back into my bubble. Arias will say, if there was a professor to trust in a moment like this, I would suggest reaching out to and conversing.
Who?
Sorry. I just realised that I missed out half a sentence there while my brain was running away and I was looking for something. If there was a professor that I would say you should reach out to in this moment, it would be Professor Dimhallow. As a reminder, Professor Dimhallow is the Professor McGonagall of this place. She is specifically the she is the occult magics professor.
Okay. Are you the type to go through these ball things? Am I gonna have to run past a bunch of sharp heels, or is she gonna be somewhere else in the castle?
I imagine that she will be located in the ballroom.
Dang it, I knew we should have gotten that guy that could create, what do you call them? The things in your mind, you know?
Telepathy?
Nope, that's not it. It's a bad thing. It's like a blood clot in your brain.
An aneurysm.
That's the one. We should have gotten the guy who could create aneurysm. He would have cleared us the way. It's fine. Owlman, thank you. You've been very helpful, more so than most. We'll be on our way.
I wish you luck. And they look eternally confused as you guys turn and leave here. From here, is there a place that you want to head to next?
Yeah, I guess we're heading to the ball.
Okay. So Abandon, Blub, and Ludmilla start to make their way back to the ballroom. hopefully in search for Professor Dimhallow. So at that point, I'm going to go back to Fang and Mortis. In fact, sorry, I'm not going to do that. For 1 second, what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to say I'll be back in 2 minutes. I need to take a quick bathroom break. But please feel free to chat amongst yourselves while I hop away for just 2 little smidgets.
God damn it, Dan, you're doing such a good job.
I was about to say, I don't
You're
know how
killing me.
Abandon got more unhinged. Like, how did he get worse?
No, I think this is how he's always been.
No, that's fair.
We're just giving him more attention.
I guess, which is not a good thing. You should not give Abandon attention.
Anytime Abandon has free reign, there's gonna be a war crime.
Yeah, no, seriously, like, that's not good.
I love him. He's wonderful.
There's nothing worse for a party than dead kids.
If there's one thing I know, it really ruins the mood.
Is that why my Star Wars birthday party didn't go well? Damn.
If you dressed up
should've
as
thought of
Anakin,
that.
yes.
Well, it was more than just dressing up as Anakin. I was role playing.
Of course, method
Oh,
acting.
damn.
Hopefully that holds up in court.
Yeah.
Yes,
Anyway,
Your Honor, I was
yeah.
cosplaying as
I
Anakin
need you
Skywalker.
to-
That's why.
Tone it down because we cannot keep up. Like, I mean, like, you stole the MVP vote in the first 5 seconds, and that's not cool.
I don't know about that.
You're supposed to give everybody else a chance.
Oh,
That's
jeez.
rude.
I was
Oh
not
my god, do your
expecting-
board, do your MVP rules extend to our familiars?
I would hope so.
I would hope so.
I have to assume that they
Are
do.
you kidding?
I
Yeah.
would assume
You
so,
better
yeah.
use it now because you're definitely gonna get it.
I don't know about that. I was not expecting
No.
Starring.
We're
Not-
the people voting. You're definitely gonna get it.
There's
so,
no
like,
competition with Abandon. Abandon is
Right.
hands
Like, our
down
familiars
the
are
best
fine,
familiar.
but
Roll.
Abandon just knocks it all out of the water.
Right. Now
Um,
use your port roll because you're getting another.
Okay, someone come up with a use for a 17 so I can figure out. So I can get
If you're
it.
trying to shift somebody.
Yeah.
Here.
Oh, shoot, dude, I got guaranteed.
How about a perception check to find who you're looking for? That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a waste. I like the shivving idea.
It's Abandon trying to make a charisma check against anyone.
God.
Against, I don't know. He tried to flirt earlier and didn't go super well.
With who?
He asked. Hey, he literally asked Mela what her deal was.
Oh, I thought it was when he asked Poppy if he could stab her.
No. He would never be caught dead with
I didn't think so.
any.
But I also feel like
any-
that's his method of flirting.
No, more
Like,
of.
shiv ya.
Hey, what's your deal? Are you mostly evil or just partially?
That did not sound like flirting.
Yeah, Abandon doesn't know how to flirt. Honestly, he might not have. I don't know if he knows.
You know
Roman
what?
is.
And neither does Constantine. So this is
It
perfect.
works.
It makes sense, right? Some things
Oh,
actually.
you guys have
They
something
have
in
to have
common.
some similarities, right? Okay. Does anybody in their notes
Mhm.
have the name of the elemental magic teacher? Because it looks like I started writing her name, but I got lost after professor.
It's the dragon professor, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
I
but
have,
what's the name?
Constranza.
The teacher.
Oh, evocation
of
and
the
elemental
evocation.
magic.
I
Yeah,
have
the
here.
dragon.
I believe it's Corey Stradza. Just make sure.
Nah, a dragon would be really helpful.
Professor Corey Stradza.
Yeah.
CORRASTRADZA. Corey Stradza.
Forest. Okay, perfect. Sorry, I was going through my notes and I was like, that just says Professor Elemental Magic.
Absolutely fine.
Cool.
So I did hear a little bit. So yes, your portrait rolls that you get for your MVP campaign, you can use them on any D20 roll.
Nice.
And Abandon has one.
Terrifying.
And a good one,
Reserved
too.
for shivving, nonetheless.
reserved for shipping. So, we are now going to jump to Fang and Mortis. Fang and Mortis, you're gonna come out in a... I guess to a certain extent for Fang it would be quite familiar. We're using the word familiar a lot today, it's great.
We are.
Fang, the air starts to smell like damp pretty quickly. Decaying foliage and such. And then you get the stench of death. Of, not like rampant, like, you know, decay and rotting corpses and stuff, but the smell of like long expired bone. You know, that kind of scent, the really dry scent. And you arrive at the interior of a mausoleum after pushing and smushing your way through a hole at the bottom corner of this wall. In the centre of this mausoleum, shaped very like a typical mausoleum, square walls which form a kind of what's the word I'm thinking of? A geometrical shaped building. In the centre of it there is a sarcophagus with a marble top that looks to be shaped like a tiefling. And Mortis is going to walk up and put his hand over it and start to speak in Abyssal, and he is going to use one of Malekith's spell slots in order to cast Speak with Dead. And as he does so, out of this sarcophagus comes up as a ghost kind of stretches. You have no idea how stuffy it gets in there. He leans over and he's... Well, you two are quite strange for first visitors. What brings two familiars here to my sarcophagus?
Oh, wouldn't you just know the headmaster gone and got himself gotten by void magic?
So that's what that was. Interesting. Oh, is that it? Well, I guess...
Oh, our wards decided to go through a wall that had a door in it that now doesn't have a door in it anymore. The door was new. And, now we're here trying to figure out what in the heck is going on here.
I do realise that a minute ago I've just had it kind of replay in my head. I said Speak with Dead. Didn't mean Speak with Dead. I meant Raise Dead. Okay, just to be clear on that one. And this ghost kind of like... I think I understand what you're talking about. So why me? That's the question. And at this point Mortis is going to kind of like, well, one of the wards who's missing is Malekith, and this person's demeanour switches. They're like, Malekith? Why was he wandering into... How many times is he being told not to wander into places that he doesn't know the... Did he have a map?
Oh,
no, of course he did.
He followed his date.
He had a date.
Oh,
He's
yes.
He's gonna look at Mortis and be like, you need to stop. You need to continue. And he leans in and he's like, I require every detail.
Okay, about the date or about the missing?
Oh, yep, missing. Of course, there's one of those which is obviously most important. Right?
Right.
Right, okay. Yes, of course.
Mortis, if I say something here that's kind of top secret, can you keep secret?
I'm really good at keeping secrets. I haven't told anybody that that we're here to speak to it. And at that point, the ghost is going to go, Mortis, you're about. Stop. Mortis is terrible at keeping secrets.
Hey, Mortis, can you cover your ears and go la 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 while I say this next part out loud?
Goes to cover his ears and his hands go through his head.
I'll find out soon enough anyway, it's fine. And Achille will just deal with it later. Okay, so Mr. Ghost Guy.
Mr. Ghost Guy.
I was not given a name.
It leans forward and gestures to the little plate bolted to the front of the mausoleum.
Fang looks at it and looks back up.
Fang goes, peeks their head
Nothing Fang
round.
can read.
I love this.
Well, just okay. My name is Fang. I cannot read. I am a cat.
Right, of course. You may call me Rogal.
Well, alright. Okay, Olga. Okay. So, you've been here a while. You seem to have sensed the void magic. What do you know about this little thingy-majiggy that takes place in a different mausoleum called the Blood and Bone Society?
Oh, I avoided it like the plague. My father was I guess you could say he was not the fondest of it. I think they kicked him out.
Oh, that's very interesting. That I will make note of that for later. So the person that Malekith's on a date with is a part of that, and everyone who was a part of that, and then a couple other people went down to investigate the store after the headmaster got himself caught.
So, after all this time, the Blood and Bone Society is still getting themselves into trouble. Oh my.
I just feel like it's easier to explain it that way instead of like being vague. Also, yeah.
Okay. Well, I can tell you, now that you've confirmed it's the Blood and Bone Society, I can tell you exactly which door they've walked through. It's the door that takes you down to the old cave networks below the school. Old abandoned tunnels, which eventually lead to a large surprise. And they can only be opened by a purveyor of forbidden magics.
Well, I can tell you one thing, it wasn't my kid who opened that door. The door was already open when all the kids got there.
Well, if that door's already been opened, then that means whoever did open it only did so within a very small amount of time.
Well, of course. It's these days.
Oh, absolutely. No, there's a reason I had one and then left it alone.
So, you don't know anything about the door other than that. Is there another way in, or is it just that door?
Oh, I can tell you of a very easy way in, but I don't think you're going to like it.
Is it water?
No. I've never understood that thing about cats. No, it's not. You're saying that Rista is a member of this Blood and Bone Society? Then they should have access to a network of tunnels through your little mausoleum base thingamajiggery.
I see. Oh, I see. Okay.
Or you could leave them. They'll come here. I'll have new friends. I promise you I'll take great care of them, darling.
Oh, that sounds like such a great thing. However, I do prefer that my kid stays alive right now.
I understand that profusely, and I would like to see Malekith returned. He's an interesting conversationalist.
So, do you have any idea why he would have sent us to find you?
Oh, yes, because I know the grounds and underground passages of this castle better than anyone.
Could you come with us, please?
Oh, I'm afraid I can't. I'm stuck here.
That is unfortunate.
It's very unfortunate. You would think that with my father being one of the people who contributed to building this castle, that I'd be able to move around a bit more, but unfortunately I'm rather cemented.
Is so interesting. Alright, so we can go to the mausoleum, go into the tunnels, and we can go find them. Great.
If you know how to get into the Blood and Bone Society's little hideout, I imagine there's some kind of unseen servant, butler-esque. If you ask them about the network of portals, they should be able to take you where you're looking to go.
Wonderful, wonderful. You have been really helpful today. I appreciate it. It is so hard to find people who actually know things these days.
Oh, I terribly understand. I hope that should it come a time when I have to rely on a kindness, and I can't be bothered dealing with Malekith, I hope I can rely on you.
Oh, well, you know how we are.
I do indeed. Perhaps it has pristine hair. But I will let you go unscathed from here, but I do have to warn you. There's lots of rats around here.
Oh, that sounds fun. I could use a good snack.
Fine, do you have anything else you would like to ask of this mysterious ghostly spectre of a man named Rogal?
I can't think of anything. My fellow players, is there anything you can think of?
What I will say is, as you did say you were going to look round on it, but you didn't give me a chance to tell you, you can roll a perception check to see if you can make out what this is. Now remember, you're using, it's the same rules as what's the word I'm looking for, as a wild shape, okay? You retain your mental stats, but you will gain their physical stats.
Yes. Make that. And let me just make sure there's no funky stuff with cats.
I'm
think
assuming
so.
I'm not relying on scent or smell for this.
No, you will not be.
All right, that is a 26.
Okay. So, on a 26, there's loads and loads of stimuli from all directions here. As it is, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh god, my brain's doing a little fog thing right now. You said you got a 26 on that, on that perception check, yeah?
Yeah.
With a 26, there's loads and loads of stimuli coming from here. You're in the middle of a mausoleum, so every little rustle, every little noise from outside, the stirring of the wind is going to sound much louder. As you move around and you come to the front of this and you look down this little plate, you are able to translate the writing there because it's just in common, and you're able to see the name. As was said, his first name is Rogal, the second name Infernagard. You would know that to be the surname of one of the founders of the academy. Suggesting that the spirit that you're speaking to is none other than the son of Ragnaral Infernagard.
Just one more thing. You've been here for so long. You've been here for so long. Has anything like this ever happened before?
Oh, fairly often. Every now and again somebody stumbles upon one of the monoliths and think that they can figure it out.
What are the what? Huh?
The monoliths, which are the direct connections into the weave and the orchestration of magic.
Ah. So I'm hearing is like someone has come in before, murdered a headmaster, and like gone down into the tunnels to try to figure shit out. Because I think they can.
Oh, well, I don't think it's ever been quite entirely linked to the murder of the headmaster before. But people have definitely wandered into those tunnels. In fact, I dare say there must be an entire mountain of bodies down there. Haha, callback.
Oh.
Next to you, Mortis is just wringing his little ghostly hands very, very nervously.
Well, Mortis, are you okay?
I've never went this long without talking to Malekith. I'm just worried that he's not okay. Because he said loads of bodies, and then Malekith is a very, very good necromancer, but he's. I'm supposed to be there to do the to help him, and I can't do that right now.
Well, it's always best when we can be there for our words, but sometimes things just kind of get all cattywampus. And you just have to deal with it and sort it out, and you have to have faith in your word that things will be okay.
You're right. I just have to have faith in my ward, and everything will be all right.
Sure.
Rogal is going to look over the both of you and be like, is this a common occurrence where one of you panics at the slightest little piece of worry? I mean, it's not very heroic nature, you know.
Oh, I'm normally taking a nap somewhere unless I decide it's actually important for me to come on out. So I don't really know. I'm just here.
Ah, okay. Well, in that case, I'm bored of this now, so I think I'm going to go back to sleep.
Have a good rest.
Oh, I was until someone woke me up. Be careful of the rats. I've heard they gather in large numbers outside.
Snacks.
And his body will slip down back into the sarcophagus as he returns to his rest. Fang, is there anything you want to do while you're inside this mausoleum? Anything you'd like to check out, or is this a get the fuck out of Dodge moment?
I think Fang's just gonna rub her face up against the sarcophagus to mark it as hers. And then she's gonna start getting out of there.
If it fits, I sits. Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much for that, Fang and Mortis. From there, we would be passing on to Renard and Poppy. But what I'm going to do there, because I do see the time that we're approaching, and I want to allow my wonderful and amazing cast to get a bit of a break. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our 15 minutes here. And yes, Jacklish spotted the name. Yeah, Rogal, based on Rogal Dorn, Primarch of the Imperial Fists. Hooah. Yeah, so we're going to take a quick 15-minute break. Do not go anywhere, folks. And we'll be back with more familiar shenanigans at part 2. Don't go anywhere, and we'll see you then. There we are. I could not find the correct screen. Well, hello there, folks. We are back. And when we left off, we had just met Rogal Infernegard, son of Ragnaral Infernegard, one of the founders of this academy, and discovered that apparently there's some sort of magical monolith hidden underneath this school. And now we're going to jump over to Renard and Poppy as they continue to head back to the location of this hidden door with Arya, a strange little musical creature who is the familiar of Professor Andrus. Now, Renard, Poppy, as you're making your way back, Arya is very silent. They do not move by walking or such. They almost slide across the ground, leaving behind a very slight ink trail as they move, but the ink trail seems to seep into the ground and dissipate, not leaving a permanent stain behind. While making your way there, is there anything you guys would like to do?
I think Poppy's pretty one-track minded. I think she's just trying to get back to the door.
Okay, so not really doing anything, just for
Renard would ask her, where do you work? It's like,
It seems easy for you to forget the name of your ward, but I happen to very much like mine. And I haven't had a connection blocked in my ward in about 700 years, so this is an odd occurrence.
I've never had a connection to a word blocked. Severed, maybe, but not blocked.
Oh yes, it didn't go well last time.
Sorry, Charlie, your microphone goes quite quiet at certain points when you're speaking. It's quite difficult to hear you.
Okay. I will see what I can do about that.
Thank you very much. If you can't do anything, then you can't do anything, but, you know, give it a bash. Thank you.
Just scream into your mic.
Just yell.
That may help, that may not help.
That does help, actually. You sound very
Okay.
clear.
Nice. Okay, so, yeah, I do care about those women. I tease a lot, but he's a good kid. I would advise you to have some trust. Yes, of course, they're in a dangerous situation. We need to get them out. But Rista is, from my observations, confident. Well, capable at least. And intuitive is maybe the better word. I'm most taken by the time I saw her in combat training. She went and defended an unconscious man. And that's what she did. She didn't fight, she didn't use magic for anything other than defense, but that's powerful. If she's down there holding the defense line, and the others are fighting, as I've seen them be able to do, they may be okay. Not forever, but for now. They may be fine.
I'm worried that my girl doesn't know her own strength. And that she can often lose that fight. I don't want to see that happen. There's a lot more to her than she lets on. A lot more to her than I think she even knows.
I suspect that is true. You fear she doesn't know her own strength. I fear Eldrin overestimates his.
That seems accurate. Eldwin seems that he can use his own ego and sense of self-importance to mask that he is just a boy.
Yes, he does. It doesn't help that he was once more powerful than he is now. Things happen.
Perhaps it would be good for your boy to follow your recommendation and put more trust into the people who are trustworthy.
He's learning to open up. Trust is hard for him, but he's made tremendous strides this year. We're gonna get them right.
Yes.
So, how did you meet Professor Anders, Arya?
Professor Andrus was
Anders.
my I encountered him in the way that most familiars are found. When he cast Find Familiar, I was there. But I didn't quite take this form until about a year later, when I heard him play music. Now I am what I am.
Are you happy
Very
being a
much
part
so.
of this artistic expression, a part of this academy?
Very much so. There is a great many things that I would never have got to experience were it not for the music which Andrus makes, or what he does with it. Through partnering with him, I have discovered many great things about the worlds and the realms beyond this mortal one, and also about this mortal one and what makes it special.
I feel we are lucky. There are many who view familiars as expendable. They'll throw them in the line of fire to walk the damage towards themselves, knowing they can just something back. Such is our duty, but
My
there are also those, like our partners, whose masters, whatever things care about us.
my Andrus would never do that.
Do not think else will do it to me either.
Then it would seem that we are lucky.
Abby, you're too damn pretty to be thrown by.
Oh, no one would dare throw this face in.
I mean, it would be a crime to nature itself. Mother Earth would throw a fit.
It is a good thing the rest would never.
We're nearly there.
It's at this point you guys would kind of turn round the corner, come into view of the end of this corridor where the door was hidden, and in front of it there is a creature. It is about the size of a Pomeranian. It's not a Pomeranian, but it's about the size of one.
Okay.
And it has... Honestly, it has back legs and a tail very much like Fang. Like a sand cat. Its front half, however, has little scrabbly bird feet and a little sparrow-like head. Little sharp beak, little sparrow-shaped head, little pointy wee feather bits here that look a bit like ears, and it has very small.
Which hippogriff is this?
It has very, very small sparrow-like wings, and it is sniffing around, doing its best to sniff around, if I'm 100% honest, but not doing a fantastic job.
God bless.
It's going to turn and look
For
at
a
you.
bird
and
to
it has-
sniff around.
It is. This thing is like if a griffin is a lion. This thing is the pussycat of the griffinoid world. It's tiny.
Okay.
It is. It's like a griffin if it was made with the least intimidating bird and cat of all time.
That's precious.
It is a it is what is called a sprout tail. It is a they never grow more than 2 feet tall. Never taller. This one is not that tall. This one is less than a foot tall. It is tiny. And they are the attempt of making griffinoid creatures while combining domesticated avians and felines. It's going to turn its eyes darting between the three of you and be like, alright then. So, where are they?
Do I recognize this from there?
Nope.
No?
Nope. And it's doing the thing, you know the thing that like really small dogs do on like slidey floors where they kinda, it's like they try to move but they just end up like scrabbling their paws over the one spot they're in. He's doing that as if he's trying to like be intimidating and like, yeah, what's that? I'm crazy. Ugh. It's like he's trying to do that, but he's just kind of like scrabbling in the one spot and looking at you guys precariously.
Okay, sweetie. Calm down. Who exactly are you looking for?
The attractive one that's with my ward.
Renard, do you know what the
Griffin is speaking of?
You will have it. Yes.
You know
So-
you know my person.
Oh yes. You're referring to my person, I believe. The attractive one?
You're his familiar.
I thought I
Oh,
was the
yes.
attractive one.
Kind of looks you up and down and is like, I honestly expected something more exotic.
As did I.
Kind of narrows his little sparrow eyes at you and is like,
For his familiar, you're fantastic. Not as fantastic as you, of course. I mean, gods crafted perfectly.
Oh,
Yes.
Renard, please, not now.
right, before you two start trying to arrange some kind of wedding ceremony in the middle of this place, Kaladin sent me to find this person and bring them over to him because he's finished setting up now, and he's going to be really upset if he doesn't show up.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but you see this wall that you're sniffing about?
Yeah?
So that was a doorway about 20 minutes ago, and they went down a set of stairs into the depths that smelled of rotting corpses. If Kaladin wants to find Eldwin, he has to go through the wall. Down to the rotting corpses. We're blocked. We don't know what's happening to them. We're trying to find out now, and this is Araya. Araya is Professor Anders' familiar, and
They form a
is
little
always-
oozy hand and
and we are here to attempt to regather with our group and find out what our next steps are.
This little griffin sparrow creature is going to look you guys over. Look at Arya. Look at the little inky hand. Look to you and... Alright. Well... I know my ward is. I can go get him and he can come down here. And then I'm sure he'll be able to save the day because he's fantastic like that. He's very good at that, he is. He's saved lots of people.
Oh, yes. Please.
Loads
That
and
sounds
loads.
mightily helpful.
If he is so vulnerable, he will surely find how to get through this wall.
He's definitely that thing you said.
Yes, yes. Exquisite. Please.
Well, I don't know what you're doing here, and I don't know what that word means, but I'm pretty sure it's offensive, and I don't like it very much.
Bring ward here, please.
Okay, but only because you said please.
Thank you.
Spreads his little wings and fires off, zipping
Well.
through the school to go and find Kaladin.
Now, if only I could reach out to Fang or Villa to make sure everything's on track.
Well, while we have the minute, what exactly is the deal between Eldwin and Kaladin? Is that going to be a thing, or is that just a fling for the night?
I don't think either of them know yet. I think that right now, Eldman is exploring something new and Kaladin is having fun. And if that becomes something more,
That could be very dangerous.
or just what he needs.
A little bit of heartbreak, a little bit of character development. It's all good fun.
Of course. You know, I could use a little bit of heartbreak and character development myself.
No, I know you certainly could.
Did you never mind. Right, so
Here we wait. We're just waiting.
Just
Well.
waiting.
well,
Okay.
whittling
then that-
our oh wait. We don't have props. Whittling our paws.
Then we go to Abandon alongside Ludmilla and Ludmilla and Blub. So, Abandon. What's next on the docket for you and your two tag-alongs?
Alright, remind me of the professor that we're looking for?
You are looking for Professor Dimhallow, the deputy head of the academy.
Alright. Okay, people. We're looking for Dim Hallow. Y'all know what she looks like?
I'm pretty sure that I know what she looks like. Of course, we know what she looks like. She is the only other person here who has any kind of brain and dress sense.
Brain and... You know, that is pretty rare to get those two combined. It's usually one or the other in my experience. Well, luckily y'all can both fly, so I'm gonna need one of y'all to just kind of careen over the crowd, hopefully not cause a panic, and just point them out when you find them, yes?
I suppose. I just like to note that I can't actually fly.
Well, your bubble's floating, and you're in the bubble. So what would you call it?
Floating.
Alright. Come here, let me talk to you.
Okay. Floats over.
Who here has told you you can't fly? Who said that? That's not your voice. Whose voice is that?
I don't know. The one in my head.
Ah, the one in your head. Biggest enemy. You got to silence that. Just turn it off. People, they get so wrapped up in their thoughts and what they can't do. You can fly. You hear me?
I mean,
You said you was a dragon, no?
I'm related to dragons, yes.
You're a dragon. Your father was a dragon, that means you were a dragon. Dragons can fly and go. You can fly.
Your father was a dragon, your grandfather was a dragon, his father was a dragon, so you're gonna be a dragon and you're gonna
be a
fucking
dragon.
like it. You're gonna be a dragon, you're gonna go to Hogwarts, you're gonna do spells and shit. Okay, so you've tried to convince. Roll me a persuasion check. Remember,
shit,
all your skills that you have, guys, they just use your own skills. With the modify, but you can add on additional modifiers that your familiar has for it.
Oh crap! I got a -3 charisma. Good lord. So wait, I'm not proficient in
Important.
persuasion. Oh, thank
MVP.
you. I would have forgotten that. I'm gonna use my 17 port roll.
Okay, so now you don't need to
have
roll
use
it.
I have to use my the stat block, right? So if I have a -3 to charisma, I gotta slap that -3.
So yes, you're using your stat block, but remember your stats. You're using, I believe, you're using your character stats. I'm going to double check on that just now, but I do believe that's how it read to me. Where are you? Christmas. Let's see here.
I never would have thought that I'd be using my 17 port roll to convince a familiar that he is indeed a dragon and why. But this is just where we are now.
Bibbidi bobbidi boop. It uses your AC and shares your saving throw and skill bonuses. Okay, cool. So it doesn't use your stats, it uses your skills and skill bonuses. So if you
Okay,
can sing,
so
I
if I have
suppose your familiar can sing.
Okay, so I have Constantine has a -1 persuasion, so therefore in this situation it's a -1, right?
Yep, it would be, yes.
Okay, so 16.
16 in total is going to... It's going to pass it. Just passing it. They seem to think, and then... How do I want to play this? How do I want to play this? Can we just... Right, okay, yeah, I know how I want to play this. Blub is going to... Oh, well, I suppose if you say I'm a dragon, I must be a dragon. I mean, you seem to know what you're talking about. You seem like a worldly, well-travelled individual.
That I am, and I could provide you with several examples if we were not in a hurry. So, now that we've established you can fly, I'm gonna need you to just fly around the room and find this professor. Yes, I'm gonna go refuel.
Okay, I have to point out, Blub can't fly. Cannot fly. But he certainly gives it a good shot and just keeps falling out of the little water orb that he's meant to be in. You go over to the food table to refuel. Yeah.
Yes, I do.
You make your way over to the food table, a lavish banquet. All kinds of food you could ever dream of. What's the bandit munching on?
Ooh, you know, he's gonna start with some appetizers, obviously.
Of course.
What do we got? What kind of options?
Oh, fucking everything. And I'm very literally mean everything. It's like the table should be giving way under these many plates, but as you avert your gaze, whatever thing you last thought of seems to be on one of these plates.
Okay. Well, now that my the bandit is talking to himself, because, you know, why wouldn't he, right? Hopefully this won't be a problem for my new friend. He's gonna go for a lobster egg roll and an oyster, one in each hand.
Okay. Lobster egg roll. Oyster. Anything in particular you're doing with these, or are you just walking around holding them? Like,
Oh, I'm eating them. I am absolutely eating them.
okay. A voice is going to sound from behind you. Abandon. Familiars are not to be on the table. You'll have to stand down.
I'm gonna turn around and kind of brandish the egg roll, the half-eaten egg roll.
You turn brandishing this egg roll, and you're confronted with a sitting but still quite tall cat. I'd say in this particular instance they venture from the tiny into the small size category.
Okay, what's the deal here? What? You're familiar, I'm a familiar. Why are we upholding these systems of oppression? Like, you know, what's going on? I thought we were on the same side.
That's going to be another persuasion check.
No important.
Abandon's fighting for familiar civil rights.
No, he'll say whatever bullshit he wants in order to get food.
I love him
No,
so
that's
much.
15.
God damn it.
Did you say that was a 15?
A 15, yeah. 16 on the die with a -1.
Okay. So, with that particular persuasion check, you're not going to be successful.
Didn't really expect to, but fair.
Yeah, unfortunately, just, you know, there's not enough emphasis put into it from your point of view, and they just kind of... But, what you are going to make out, you can't quite identify exactly what, but what you're looking at is a feline. And they're like that kind of black. It's not really black, it's very dark blue. It's like midnight blue. But unless the light hits it at the right angle, it looks black. They have what appears to be gold circlets around their eyes. And they lean right into you. Pupils not quite sure where they want to go, into attack mode or into passive mode. Why do you think it is okay for you to take what does not belong to you?
What is ownership? I mean, Rick, do we own anything? Does anybody own anything? Aren't we all just borrowing something from someone who probably borrowed it before?
Not really.
People die, they lose their stuff, it goes to somebody else. We're really just loaning it.
So you're also a grave robber.
That's neither here nor there. Hey, have you seen someone called Dim Hollow? really, this is just a pit stop. People are in danger. I had to make sure I wasn't gonna pass out. I'm doing this for the greater good.
First Dimhallow is my ward.
Oh, wonderful! Ha! The gods smile upon me.
Not entirely wonderful. She is in quite a poor state right now.
Did someone ship her?
No, somebody showed face that she did not expect.
This is one of those drama things.
Yes, it is drama. People tend to have drama because mortals, quite frankly, are morons.
We can agree on that. Listen, I would love, truly love, to cause some chaos. To really, stick it to Dim Hollow's ex. I don't even know the person, but sounds like something I would do. But we have a problem that's a little bit more important. My ward, some other familiars' wards, first years, mind you, right? They're not very powerful. They're investigating some sketchy shit going on. I'm talking like headmaster disappearing, void magic.
The
walls.
headmaster has disappeared?
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, way beyond their pay.
I have to go and find Lyra. Excuse me. And the cat leaps off.
Well, my job here is done, and it seems that the warden of these wonderful snacks has just disappeared. So I'm gonna grab
God.
Okay, just one more.
With that abandon, is there anything else you would like to do?
I'm gonna, grab a few egg rolls, pack them in my little pouch, and start waving Ludmilla and Schlubs down to.
Ludmilla has veered off and is currently speaking to a tall, very, very, very pale blonde-haired young man who is holding in his arms what appears to be like a small dog.
I'll just go over there to let her know that I think what we needed to do is done.
Okay, are you making your way back to where this all started?
No, I'll make sure to collect the other two familiars and then head back to where we were.
Okay. Only reason I asked that is for this next bit. To those who are currently arriving or already arrived, back at the door, I need from all of you a passive perception number.
That wouldn't be me, right? Because I'm going to take some time to get back.
You're still in the ballroom, so yeah.
I hate to ask again, how are we doing rolls?
Okay, so you're using the stat block of the fox. I will screenshot it for you.
I already have it.
Oh, you've got it? Okay, cool. So is it the one from this compendium, because it has its own one?
Yes.
Right, okay. So, oh, yeah, I emailed it to you, so you have it. Okay, so the Fox stat block, you're using all of that except for what was designated at the beginning, your AC, spell saving throws. But you also get the Fox's skill capabilities. So you're just using your stats in place of theirs, but instead of your proficiencies, it has its own proficiencies.
Right.
So
it doesn't. It says perception 11, but it doesn't give us. Oh yeah, passive perception 11. Okay, yeah.
Okay, cool. So as using it would be just your passive perception.
So I'm still unclear. Are we using our familiars' modifiers in our proficiencies?
Yes. Wait. No. If you have proficiency, your familiar is able to add the proficiency bonus. If your familiar has proficiency, they can add theirs. Okay?
Yeah.
You're using their stats.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
And we're not making a perception check right now. We're just
No,
using
it's just
passives, right?
it's just passive perception.
Okay, perfect. Then yeah, 11.
Okay.
Then 14.
And then 14 from Fang. Fantastic. So you're all going to be able to make this out.
Okay.
Sand starts to trickle very, very slowly down the sides of the quote-unquote wall door thing. Very, very gradually.
Oh, well, that's not supposed to be there.
Does it seem like the doorway's reopened?
Doesn't know.
What is the sand, though?
Sand has a very strange golden glow to it.
Oh, I think we should just take a couple steps back and leave the sand over yonder. Just come over here. Both of you come.
Let's see. Can Renard make a Arcana check to
Yeah.
identify what's happening?
I would say that's fair to do. Poppy, you said yeah as well, so you can also make the same check.
Ooh,
It's
how smart
wild
is my
to me
box?
that freaking reckless
Negative
abandon
3.
by these rules has proficiency with Arcana.
I think it's beautiful.
So what was the Arcana check there, Charlie?
On my end, so yeah, foxes have a -3 to their intelligence,
Mhm.
so -3 is 16. But then we get to add our proficiency bonus.
If you have the proficiency for you.
Yeah, which is just an additional +2.
Okay.
So
So that's 18 in total.
18. Yes.
I also got an 18.
My
Yes.
God. We're so in sync.
So it's sync.
It's meant to be.
2 18s.
gosh.
As these 2 18s come in, you both are going to recognise these sands as being sands that are magical.
Don't tell me that's all we get.
Magic sand in a
Yeah.
magic school? That's crazy. I never would have
It's
seen
like-
that.
It's glinting like ground down gold.
Is it giving like sands of time? Like, what are we doing here?
It does
Is
have
it giving
it does have a feel of magic about it. Could be chronomergy. Chronomergy? Blah, blah, blah. Oh my god.
Is it chronomancy or chronergy?
Okay, I think it's one of those ones where it's both, like how you can say hematurgy or hemomancy.
Or sangromancy.
I thought chronomancy was ice magic, and then chronergy was time magic.
So chronergy is what you're thinking
God
of as
damn it.
cryomancy.
Cryomancy, shit. Okay, Jesus.
Like
As in
cryogenic freezing.
Cryogenics.
Yes. Gotcha.
Not to be mixed up with chronogenics. That is how to
Yeah.
use time travel to stop somebody from aging. Yeah, so it
Yeah,
certainly does
so-
have a magical feel about it. Could be sands of time, and it seems to be forming into a shape.
What kind of shape? The shape of the door?
No, something slightly. Well, I wouldn't say slightly bigger. Something that is maybe a couple of sizes bigger than you guys. So actually, yeah, it could be the size of the door.
Everybody hide, but stay close.
Yeah, Poppy goes and hides.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
you don't have to tell me twice.
Poppy actually teleports to a hiding spot.
Just
Yeah,
gonna-
Reynard's
Why does everyone hide it? Abandon just walks in. Okay, what are we doing?
I'm just going to say
With a
before we-
lobster roll in his hand.
just double checking before we continue, guys. just making sure there's no updates on anything. Content warning for going forward here. Depiction of Scorpion.
I don't like it, but I'm not like I don't have a
I'm
phobia.
not like
Bigger than a door?
Bring it.
Right, but nobody's going to get like the chills if I start describing a scorpion, right?
Well, I hope I do. Bring it on.
Okay. A golden carapace. External armor, an exoskeleton, however you want to describe it. This thing is literally armor plated. After the body forms, a long coiling tail forms at the back with a hanging stinger, which is actively dripping with venom. As the rest of it starts to come out of the sands, very much like a resin model being pulled out of the resin tray of the machine that made it, starts to snip its pincers. Until eventually, a scorpion is in front of all of you. Those who are there, at least.
Thanks, I
think we're all
hate it.
Here now.
Sorry, what did you say there, Renard? I didn't hear you.
Oh, I think we're all here now. Reckless made a comment that they got there right as.
Oh,
we were sort
I
of
was
out.
joking. Like everyone's
Oh,
hitting,
were you?
like walks in, but I don't know.
Oh.
Grant, you tell me when.
With a lobster roll in his hand, like, hey,
That
what's
would
going
be
on, guys?
so funny.
Yeah. Was that canon
Should
or was
we-
that just a?
That's up to
Should
Brad.
we
if
roll-
that's canon.
Should we
No,
roll
I'd-
advantage into
I'd-
the initiative?
I'd say you're coming out of the you're coming out of the ballroom, so you're not that far behind
no.
everybody else.
Yeah.
So I'd say you're in time at least for the guy, the scorpion, fully building
Okay.
itself up.
Now, big scorpion, like we're tiny. This is like medium.
I believe, the creature I'm thinking of is a medium creature. I do believe it is. I might be incorrect here, but I'll give it a bash and
Medium
see.
scorpion.
Still pretty big scorpion.
Right, no, medium scorpion.
That's massive.
Scorpion's actually got this really secret ability, which is a legendary action, where if you try to run away from it, it just lobs its tail at you, which magically extends, stabs you in the back, and then shouts, "Get over here!" and drags you back.
I think I saw
I
that
was
in a video
following
game
Chris.
once.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I saw that once.
But it sort of snaps around, and then it just says, it looks around, people have hidden and such, and it's like, "We know you're here, and we don't take kindly to people sniffing about our business. So just know, you want in, I will be waiting."
Oh well, that's just all fine and dandy, and they just gonna like go to like away, like just a little ways away, playing into it.
Renard's gonna poke his head down from the rafters and say, "Well, that's fine, of course, but this became our business when you took our wards. See, so now we are obligated and part of this."
No words on this one, but again, just more threatening claw snaps.
Ooh. She's gonna go back up into the rafters.
Oh, wouldn't you know? You know, I just realized there's something I really need to go do, and I actually, you know, I think I have some nice puppy chow around for just me and my friends to go eat. How about you all come with me?
I'm sorry. Do I understand this correctly? This guy's saying that he's preventing us from getting back to our woods, and we're just running away. Is that what?
Abandon. Just follow me.
Wow. Okay. Cool. Didn't realize I was hanging out with a bunch of cowards, but because I'm a little worried that I'm not gonna be able to shift at my normal capacity because I just gorged myself on some egg rolls, I'll go with you. Just
You
this
know
one.
what, Bandit? I think you're right. I think we should stay. I'm gonna stay. This seems like the best idea. I think we're on the same side. Yeah, we should stay.
Renard, you should never be on the same side as Abandon.
With a nat 20.
Oh God.
Oh no! We've been talking for too long!
With a nat 20. As you guys start to do the whole thing of like talking and then another person talking and then it just going back for after that happens for a little while, this scorpion just turns around and starts just jabbing its tail anywhere it can find. And that is going to count as a hit. So with a nat 20, I'm going to assume my lovely, lovely, lovely Constantine that you will get hit.
Oh no, not reckless.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
funny.
you can only you can only fuck
Courtney,
around so
10.
long before you find out.
Didn't he already
You're-
use it?
No,
No,
don't use
this is
his.
my portent roll. 10.
Okay, coming in clutch with a portent
Oh
roll
my
there.
gosh!
Oh.
What is your AC, Dan?
14.
14. Do you believe that is going to miss you?
Oh, oh, jeez.
Yes.
As it starts to jab its tail wildly around, and there's loads of maneuvers which are incredibly artful as you dodge this giant jabbing stinger. That is where we're going to leave today.
No!
Oh
Facing
my God.
down.
How dare you!
At the beginning of next session, we will be going straight
Oh.
into combat as
Crazy.
familiars against
Oh God.
a giant scorpion.
Where's
I kinda
the
wish
teacher
we
when you
had
need
the
him?
Hippogriff now.
Thank
The baby
you,
Griffin.
thank you
They
very
were gonna
much
do anything.
for everybody coming to see us today. And thank you very much to
Yeah.
thank you very much to everybody that stuck around to see the end of the show. Do I want to say anything? Yes, I do want to say everything. I don't want to say everything. Actually, that's not. I don't have enough time to say everything, but I do want to say some things. As you guys know, I'm a big fan of using third-party publishers, of using pretty much anything homebrew that I can get my hands on. Now, what that has brought me to do is whenever I go to UK Games Expo or any conventions like that, I talk to all the guys that are publishing their own supplementary stuff as well. And I met these guys at UK Games Expo, and they're fantastic. And they have this amazing little game coming out soon. It is for 5th edition. It's called Gothica Plague Worlds. And it's like if you brought all of the worst plagues of the British Isles and brought them into like a kind of Victorian, Edwardian, steampunk era. And after speaking to them for a while, I thought to myself, hey, do you know what would be really cool? It would be really cool if this kind of thing was mixed in with Curse of Strahd. And then I found other books that I thought, hey, what if this get mixed in with Curse of Strahd? And it's very slowly come to the realization that the next campaign that I run that will be D&D is going to be World Tree Quest's own version of Curse of Strahd. And it's going to be Curse of Strahd, but if Curse of Strahd was combined with Bram Stoker's Dracula. Strahd will no longer be walking about in a doublet and tights and a fur-clad cape. He'll be walking around in a top hat and a gentleman's suit with a cane, of course. We will no longer have the towns and villages of Valaki, Barovia, Kresk. They'll be the boroughs. And they'll no longer be the Castle Ravenloft. It'll be Ravenloft Palace. As I'm going to completely overhaul and fit into a Edwardian, Victorian, steampunk-esque, Gothica nightmare Curse of Strahd. That was a very long-winded way of saying I want to use these guys' book stuff because it's really fun and it's really cool disease and plague and mutation options as well. And these guys are also going to be launching a Kickstarter in November of this year. So what I would ask everybody to do, if you can, if you have the ability to do so, if you have the mental capacity, if you have the spoons, the spell slots, however you want to word it, please do go and support these lovely people over at Inkblade Publishing, because what they've built is really, really cool. I got to take away a small starter edition of it, like a kind of playtest thing from UK Games Expo, and I think I must have read it at least 8 or 9 times on the train home. It's such a well thought out concept and idea. It's going to come complete with new races to play as, new classes, a subclass for each of the original class, an entire campaign setting, spells, monsters, and items. So yeah, if you have the capability to do so, guys, please do go consider supporting and following the wonderful folks at Inkblade Publishing and their new creation, Gothica Plague Works. I've now dropped that into the chat, guys. That's a little link there. That'll take you to the Kickstarter page where you can follow it, click a little link there that will notify you when it goes live, if you would like to look into getting it. I will certainly be picking it up. Other than that, thanks for coming to see us today, folks. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, you should definitely go and see all of our other shows. We stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and we are coming slowly back to more life now that people are kind of coming out of the summer holiday vibe. Trying to think. Tomorrow we do have the forming, and it's going to be our first session in quite a wee while, so it'd be great if you came to see it, guys. We would absolutely love you to do that. If you'd like to see the stuff that I do personally, everywhere you can possibly look for someone, just look for Oops All Brands and you'll find me, where I post weird pictures of my friends playing D&D because it makes my brain fuzzy. Other than that, I've got nothing else to say, so I'm going to pass over to my players now and allow them to plug themselves before we move on to selecting our MVP. So, Charlie, let's start with yourself. Anything you would like to plug at all?
No, not really. I mean, I'm here on Sundays, of course, for Welcome to the Academy. We will be coming out of our hiatus for Tides of Chaos, not this Friday, but next Friday, I believe, August 29th. I don't know if that's... If I got
do
that
believe
100%
29th is
correct,
the time that we're looking
I
at.
thought it was the 22nd.
sometime either this Friday or the Friday after, we'll be returning to Tides of Chaos after about 3 to potentially 4 weeks off. So that'll be very fun. Looking forward to that. But yeah. That's it.
Thank you very much, Charlie, for that there. And yourself, Gina, anything you would like to plug at all?
Nothing else, but welcome to the Academy. Most Sundays you can catch me here.
As many Sundays as we can get. Thank you very much for that, Gina. What about yourself, Ren? Anything you would like to plug at all?
Other than welcome to the Academy here, and you can see my lovely, lovely, lovely partner in the Dragon Age campaign when that happens on Saturdays. Keep an eye on my socials if you want to see a God, what's the name? Like I forgot, but if you want to see basically an end of the world mini campaign coming up, just keep an eye on my socials. Announcements for it will be coming shortly once a few personal things are sorted out with that. Life stuff happened.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for that, Ren. And I can't wait to hear about the world ending. That sounds real cool. I love a good apocalypse.
We do.
Last and most certainly not least, Dan, anything you would like to plug at all?
No. As mentioned, either this week, next week, Sunday, sometime, time's contract, everything is happening all at once. Tides of Chaos, if I remember correctly, 2 of our characters found some questionably legal substances that, you know, they specifically found for a very important reason, so they could read all night.
Yeah.
Without as many consequences. So, you know,
Yeah.
definitely want to see the effects of that.
Like
Can't tell
magic
that we're
after
nerds.
all.
Basically, yeah. So, should be a fun time.
Should be a definite fun time. And now, before we bid our audience farewell, we come on to the election of today's MVP. I'm going to start us off. I'm sorry, everybody knows where it's going to go. It was just too funny seeing Abandon threaten everything that moved. So I got to give it to Abandon. I got to give it to yourself, Dan. Charlie, who are you voting for MVP?
Oh, I think this is actually going to be the first time that we all unanimously just like choose the same individual. You know, so the thing is, I was most worried about you, Dan. I'm not gonna lie, because Bran set such a high bar for this character, and you had to take that energy and continue to ride it, and you, if anything, elevated it, which is incredible. So yeah, MVP to you.
It's really weird to look, because like when you said to me like what Abandon was like, and I was like, cool, give me a voice, what'd they sound like? And you were like, I don't really know, just, you know, crazy. And I was like, okay, cool. So when I think of rodent, furry, crazy, what do I think of? And I immediately went Daxter from the Jack and Daxter game series, who's just an otter that is horrifically bad-mouthed. There's a point in the game series where a bird says to him, "Don't make me come off this perch," and he goes, "I got a perch for you right here. Twirl on it." And I was just like, that's such an
amazing.
abandoned moment. Like, hey buddy, I got opposable thumbs, like I got two of these too. Ah!
Yeah.
And yeah, so it just became Daxter's voice. But you did so well. You did really, really fucking great with that. And you're such a sweet bean. I was also kind of like, I don't know how he's going to do the aggressive, but by fuck, man, you did it.
Oh, I'm very kind,
That's
but this means I have a lot of repressed rage that I will take out in appropriate ways that don't actually harm anybody.
Thank you very much for your vote. That's currently 2 for Dan. One more brings us to a unanimous. Gina.
Can I throw a little bit of a wrench in this?
By all means, throw a wrench.
Because listen, Dan, you knocked it out of the park, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna be MVP for today. But I would just like to put a little spotlight on one other player who I think like went out of their way, and it's gonna be Charlie, to have like a really sweet Charlie. For some reason, you just like set up such good roleplay moments, and like to go out of your way to like talk to Poppy about like, oh, are you really worried about, like, you just opened the door for so many great roleplay moments that didn't need to happen, but you went out of your way to make it happen. And I just thought it was really sweet, and I wanted to put a highlight on that.
Absolutely. Okay, so we have 2 for Dan, 1 for Charlie. Ren, you can throw a spanner in the works, or you can...
I'm so tempted to pick someone else just to throw a wrench in this further.
Ren, vote for
just
yourself.
to cause chaos. No, I don't have that much of an ego. But in all honesty, as soon as Dan opened his mouth as Abandon, I knew there was no competition for MVP this session. It was cemented, moment 1. Just the range of going from Constantine into Abandon.
Absolutely.
Impressive.
It's going to be so
me
weird
away.
to see you go back to Constantine.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard.
No.
I'm gonna have to not carry the chaos energy.
I love a good chaos energy moment. I liked the egg roll.
It's amazing that you could switch characters so fast.
The quest for food was remarkable.
I mean, it's
And then the fact of a lobster, egg roll, and an oyster.
it's a majority.
Double fisting the snacks.
As a majority vote, so Dan, you are today's MVP. But out of curiosity, who would you have given your vote to?
Yeah, no, I was gonna give my vote to Ren. It was great to see the Canadian cat just kind of managing the necromancy. I thought was just Oh, it was just so great to see that character in that environment and how you handled it was just so much kindness as any Canadian cat would. I really enjoyed that.
Thank you.
Well, in that case, we move on to the next part. Dan, you can roll your d20 and see what you get.
All right, let's see.
Here we go.
Okay, as Bran would do. Okay, my camera is so buggy.
Terrible
I don't know
timing.
if I
Oh
can
my
get it to
God.
work. Yeah, no, it's not even gonna work. But I hope over the 4 years that I've been here, we've built a relationship of trust because it is in fact a nat 20.
Nice.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I'll take
There
a
we
picture
go.
and send it to you because my camera's
There
not
we
working.
go. The best thing you can get on a portent is a nat 20. So we have a nat 20 in the bank for next session.
Ready to go.
So should we
Remember,
put a
guys.
rule that as long as we're playing familiars, Dan's not allowed to get an MVP vote ever again?
Oh yeah, I mean,
Because he's just gonna wipe the floor with us every time.
Wow, that's incredible. Okay, I won't say never, but I will say it has to be for more than just channeling the character because we know that he can do that.
Yeah.
that's fair.
So
Can't be for the same reason.
Fair. I would like to give a big thank you to Bran for creating the character so well. I think the only reason I could channel it is because it was already put out there. And I didn't give Bran a ton of direction. I just said make him unhinged. And boy, howdy, you provided us with a great character, and it was a pleasure to be able to play him.
I do what I do because I do what I do. Thank you very much to all my players for bringing their A game today. Thank you so much for making these fucking enjoyable familiars. They're so much fun. But if that's everything from my players and that's everything from me, well then, that's everything from us. Thanks very much for coming to see us today, folks. I've been your DM of Doom. Oops All Brands or World Tree Quest here on Twitch and YouTube. With me today we have had my amazing cast, my lovely, wonderful friends. We have had Charlie 182.0, we've had Gina Donahue, we've had Changeling Rogue, and we've had Just Dan. From all of us here at World Tree Quest, good night, stay safe, never trust a raccoon that's carrying an oyster and a lobster egg roll. It definitely cannot be trusted and is definitely up to some shenanigans. Also, do not pull a finny. Good night, folks. Good night.